Hi there, it's David B69, and what do we have today? We have an Xbox One controller. It's Xbox One launch day here in the United States and in the world, and so I got this stuff and I'm gonna tear it to pieces. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to get the controller. See, they put these seals in here to drive you batty. I mean, that's what they work on. I mean, it's like Microsoft wants to drive you batty. So if you want to go batty, you can join Microsoft. Anyway, nothing really fancy. Controller and batteries. This is the first time I've touched the new controller. It feels actually quite nice. It's nice to the touch. Feels nice in the hands. The trigger, the bumpers are less straight, so they're kind of like on an angle, so they actually feel a little bit nicer. And the triggers actually feel slightly worse. They're not as good as the Xbox One, but actually you could push it right here on the edge. You don't have to go all the way deep in here. So in that part, it's actually better. So you can go like push in here. You don't have to go all the way out. So that's actually slightly better. So it's like, especially with kids with smaller hands, it's probably kind of nice. So it's pretty nice. I mean, it's a good controller. I mean, I think the button for the syncing is up here. And if you wanted to recharge or just connect it to the system, I think it's that one. And I believe the headset port is down here. So that is the Xbox One controller. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why? I'm such a PlayStation nut. Why did I get myself an Xbox controller? Well, it's funny. We had 2 Xbox 360s and 5 million games, and honestly, they're not really, both systems weren't getting used all the time. So I thought to myself, I can trade in and get an upgrade, because Best Buy was doing a thing where they were giving more money for the console than they've ever had before. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to take advantage of this deal. I can trade in all these games. And I pretty much could get the Xbox One for next to nothing. Contacted somebody I knew and asked them, because they did the midnight launch last night, I asked them if they had any supply left. Shockingly, they said yes. I thought there wouldn't be any stock left from the actual launch, but they said they had a few left, and so he said he would put it aside for me. I went in there around lunchtime and everything. The guy was true to his word. He put it to the side for me. He got it right out for me. I traded in all the console and all those games and pretty much got it. And here it is. Now this is the standard edition. There was a day one unit, which I had pre-ordered originally and stuff and everything, which is I was going to get, but then I basically, like I said, I wanted to save the money. I didn't want to spend all that money. But like I said, works out here and everything. For something that has a little mark on a controller and one little achievement, I'll live with it. Says it has the Xbox console, the Kinect sensor, on a controller, a headset, an HDMI cable, and then it goes to wireless stuff and has a 500 gig hard drive, which is the same thing and everything as the PlayStation has. I'm actually kind of curious on how much it actually takes up space-wise. First thing we got here is we got the Kinect sensor. Just wire, I mean, this wire is incredibly thick. I mean, this is like twice the thickness if you compare it to the regular Kinect sensor from the original. And you can see here that the camera, it just has one eye now. And it doesn't look as evil as the other one did. I mean, the other one just stuck out like a sore thumb. and I really never enjoyed the look of it. I thought it kind of looked blah. So, I mean, what do you think, Luke? Do you think it looks blah? The old one compared to this? This one looks better, don't you? Yeah, I think that looks better. It has its own, as you can see in here and everything on the bottom, it can hear sounds and stuff, but it only has the one camera. I believe the way it's doing it is it's having some kind of, I don't really know how they're doing it because they're still doing the depth perception and such, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out. See if it works any better. Got a headset. From what I'm reading, is these headsets are like cheaper than the old ones, which is hard to believe. But I mean, you can see how flimsy they are and stuff. But it's a headset. I don't know what. I really don't use it that much. I'm not online that often, so I don't think it's really going to affect me that much. So it's kind of nice. And we've seen this before just a second ago. It is the magical and wonderful controller. Same exact controller, same exact batteries. Well, not exact batteries, but you know what I mean. Feel nice. I'm really happy. It looks really cool. Okay. This is the HDMI cable. That's no big whoop. Let's see. Power cable. Oh. And this is the power brick. Now I swore when I was seeing other people online and everything that their power brick was much bigger than this. I don't get that. I swore that the other people had power bricks that were much bigger than this. So I don't know if it's because they're from a different. You know something? It could be because they're from a different country, and the power brick is for some reason a different size. I really don't know. I can't imagine, but I don't think this.
It might be different size because in other countries. They might have less power, so that can store more power at once, because they might have less power in other countries.
Yeah, I think their voltage is different, so I think that might be something with it. So, I don't know. I mean, this definitely isn't as bad as I was thinking it would be, so I'm actually quite happy with that. It even has its own little Xbox symbol and everything, so you know what it is. So, that's pretty cool. I have to take off this plastic or whatever, so it doesn't look as. Looks kind of crappy and everything. It's a power unit, and there you go. See, it looks a little bit better. But it's like it's a power unit. I mean, all it's going to do is sit there, but it has like the plastic film on it. It makes no sense, but that's the power. And here is the pièce de résistance. It is the box. I think we should just play it like this. What do you think, Luke? I mean, we just play it like this. I mean, it's. I think we might have some power issues if we tried to play the system like this. Yeah. So maybe we'll take this stuff off. Okay, gotta take the plastic off. And there it is. The Xbox One. Big difference is you won't. It's like you can see where the disc comes in and out. Has a nice shiny Xbox symbol, and you got the nice Xbox thing up there. But I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I think it's a very nice system. I mean, the big thing is we have an HDMI in from the cable box, and then you have a HDMI out to the TV. So that's probably our biggest difference that we're going to be having here. And it has a Connect thing, 2 USB ports on the back, and we have 1 USB port on the side. And here's what the back looks like. I mean, you can see the power, HDMI to the TV, optical. There's HDMI in, 2 USBs, connect port, and I guess that's like your Ethernet port. And I don't know what the other thing said. Said something out, in, out. Don't know. I have to read the stuff here. But there's a whole guides to it and everything that I didn't go over. Anyways, and also got Rise. It got really crappy reviews, but I got it at a good price. It was cheap. It was free. And I got the Forza 5, which I also got cheap because I didn't have to pay for it that much, really, because compared to what I paid for it, it's really nothing. Now, I also got an extension on my Xbox Live Gold account. My account was going to expire in January, but I got this because if I plug it in today, I get Killer Instinct for free. Killer Instinct is a fighting game where you basically fight hand-to-hand combat and stuff and everything. It's like Mortal Kombat and such, but it's Killer Instinct, so is the name. So, anyways, that's cool. And now I'm going to try to set this puppy up and see how long it takes me. So, until then, see you later.